Well, hello everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. We're just gonna give it a minute, get some people to join and be here with me today on this wonderful Thursday afternoon, 12:30. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for adding more people to the room. Elliot, Naki, Kaiva, and Adam. Today we're gonna talk about risks. We're gonna talk about risk taking. We're gonna talk about why you're not taking the action and why life is the way it is without the action. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being great. I appreciate every one of you. My name is Kamal, and I am a student and teacher of the law of attraction. Coming to you here from Cincinnati, Ohio, middle of the day. I hope you're having a blessed, a grateful day because I am, and so you can as well. So, welcome to the party. Please do me a favor, hit the plus sign, add a few more people to the room, share the link. We're going to be talking for about probably 30 minutes, maybe 20 talking and then taking some questions. And we're going to talk about action, risk taking, fear. Why are you scared? Why are you not doing what you want to do? Why is it not happening for you like it's happening to everybody else? I'm going to share with you a piece of the puzzle that my mentor, Bob Proctor, other mentor, Laura Langmeyer, share with me and teach me every day how to grow, how to become. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for the trust you put in me. Thank you for being an avid, amazing fan. Please reach out. Don't hesitate to look me up and see what I'm all about. I'd love to see you on my Facebook group. I'd love to see you on LinkedIn. I'd love to see you on most of the other places that I am on. And just starting the social media stuff. So for me, having you in my life has just been incredible. And I want the best for every one of you. So thank you for that trust. I don't take it lightly. I do see most of you and some of you often. And I am proud of every one of you. So thank you for that. And thanks for sharing this information with everybody. Thanks for inviting your friends, family, colleagues. Because what we're just about to share could change your life for the better. So do me a favor, kind of relax, get a cup of water, get a cup of tea, something warm, and enjoy this conversation. It has the power to change your life. Not long ago, I did meet up with Bob Proctor, and it's been 8 months, and I tell you, life is good, life is amazing, and I'm blessed and grateful that I had the chance to put the guard down and listen to what he had to say. See, Bob has been doing it for 61 years, and he's now teaching me. So what I'm about to share with you is not just from Bob and me. It's the legacy. It's the legacy of Think and Grow Rich. It's the legacy of thinking into results. Earl Nightingale, all the greats, Jim Rohn, and everybody who's been somebody. See, when you have a set of information that's been distilled for years, this is what you're getting. You don't have to waste your time anymore. You don't have to go to the library to find it. This is it right here. So I want to thank you for that trust. So let's talk about this action and fear and scares and what's this about. And uh, for those who are inviting your friends, thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very kindly. I did put the link so you can see my website, see some of the references, see some of the places where you can get on the copy list so you can have what you deserve in life. Welcome, everybody. There's a lot of you here today, so that is nice. So risk taking is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about why are you not taking the risk. And I'm enjoying here sitting here outside. So if you hear it a bit noisy, it's just behind me, the highway. But I'm sitting on the deck and I'm just loving it. Risk taking, action, thinking into results. Think and Grow Rich. What is this about? What did Bob teach me lately that I want to share with you about risk taking? So, see, what's the definition of risk? If you're to look it up in the dictionary and you see risk, what do you see? What would you read? Do you see it as you're exposing yourself to something you've never done before? You're exposing yourself to a big loss. Imagine risk, right? Like what would life be without risk? If you've never risked anything in your life, where would you be? Let's say you want to risk getting a job interview, and if you don't actually go for it, how's that going to happen? So risk is basically reaching outside of you to somewhere where you've never been, something that you've never done. Uh, but why don't we risk it? Why are we worried? Why are we scared about getting looked at that we're going to become fools, or they're going to laugh at us, or they're going to be humiliating you, and you have this grumbling feeling in your stomach that, oh my God, what's going to happen, right? Risk. So what? But you're worried. You're worried about exposing that feeling, right? You're worried about exposing that feeling that you're going to get of yourself, that everybody's going to be looking at you. So when you want to place your ideas out there and your dreams and your desires to the world, you start feeling nervous, anxious. You start asking questions, looking out everywhere. What do I do? How can you live your life without risk? Think about it. Some of you have moved to a different country. Some of you have moved to a different job. You had to risk something to get it. How many times you've seen people and in classroom that you've been at and you didn't even raise your hand to ask the question because you risked looking like a fool? That came to your mind because somebody before said, hey, asking dumb questions is stupid. I tell you what, you gotta ask the questions. You gotta reach out. You gotta start living with risk. You see, you were born a risk taker. When you were a child, when you were a baby, you were a risk taker. You just forgot all about it. To live is to risk dying, right? To hope is to risk despair, and to try is to risk failure. So every time you're hoping, every time you're loving, every time you're moving out of your comfort zone, when you're becoming on that edge, you're risking something. And how are you going to get more abundance into your life, more goodness, more value, more money, more success, more wealth, more relationship if you don't risk? How is it going to come? If you stay where you're at without doing anything new, nothing's going to come. So you have to risk. So, but how can we avoid the sorrow? How we can avoid the suffering? How can we get you to be more brave every day? Can you do it in a habitual manner? Can you learn to be a risk taker? Can you grow to love taking risks? Are you an aggressive individual? Now, I don't mean I want you to risk your life or be unsafe. Like, don't risk jumping off a bridge. That'll be reckless and stupid. So you don't do that. Gravity's gonna take hold of you. So the person who risks nothing does nothing, does have nothing. So if you feel that the opportunities have not been coming to you, if you feel that your mentorship have not gone where you wanted to go, if you have not been risking enough, you're saving it until you get old, 70, 80, 90, 100-year old. I don't know what you're waiting for. You think you're going to start living when you're 65, perhaps. Well, I'm telling you, you should start risking right now so you can start living today. Waiting until you're 65 or 67 to retire to start living be too late. You're going to look back and say, oh my God, what have I done? Oh my God, how many cities I didn't visit. Oh my God, how many books I didn't read. Oh my God, how many dates I didn't go on. Yes, dates. Yes, going to different countries, different villages, different towns, experiencing different boat rides, motorcycles, fast cars, different businesses. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, thus has nothing. There is nothing 3 times in the sentence. Only a person who risks is free. So if you want to be free, if you want to start living and feeling the energy that these high executives, high mentors, coaches that they have, you have to start risking. See, you want some of that energy. You want some of that drive. And you're probably wondering, where does it come from? Is it from working out? Is it from the kind of bananas they eat? Is it from the kind of apples or fruits? You're probably sucking in vitamins and trying to figure out, how did they get all this? Where does it come from? You see, you've been shying away from all this risk. You've been shying, you're hiding. You're in the class, you're not raising your hand, you're in the meeting, you don't say your opinion, you're worried that your boss is gonna hate you or not like you, or, oh, they're gonna say you said something wrong, you've sounded differently, your accent is weird, and you're not risking enough. You gotta risk more. Risk a lot more. But what causes you to shy away? What causes you to shy away from risk and you're not taking the action? Even if it's a low risk. Like when you go to a restaurant, when you go to a coffee shop, do you buy the same meal, the same coffee all the time because you're risking you're going to try something new? That's a sign that you're a bit timid, that you're a bit kind of falling back. Yeah, it's fine to just like something and you go over it again and again and again. Well, how about experiencing something new? What kind of habits are you in? Do you risk reading new newspapers, new articles, new magazine, new coaching programs? Or are you staying on the same way? See, when you were born as a baby, you were a risk taker. And as you grew, as your parents raised you, as your family raised you, the country you were in, they started taking this risk away from you. How many times you were told, be safe? Don't do that. Don't talk to strangers. Slow down. You're jumping too high. You're going too fast. You're asking too many questions. How many times did that happen in your life? I bet you too many times. Too many times, and it causes you a sense of inferiority. It causes you a sense of these thoughts that in your mind now that you're going to be cautious all the time. So this article that I have about risk taking from Bob Proctor, my mentor, it's incredible because it really exposes why fear is like this in everybody's mind. And we need to unlock you from this situation. You have to realize that you are not taking this risk because you've been programmed. You've been programmed to be safe. You've been programmed to not talk to strangers. You've been programmed not to do anything outside the comfort zone. You've been programmed to just stay the status quo. Do nothing until you're 65 and then you get a pension of some sort. I don't call that living. I call that dying into your deathbed. You got to start living. So think of your life. Think of these challenges that you're facing. How are you going to succeed if you don't take risks? Oh, the wind is picking up. Lovely. I love it. And I can't go inside. There's enough noise inside. So, how many times you've heard it from your parents? You can probably remember, if you close your eyes, you can probably remember instances where your parents said, don't do this. Be careful. You might fall. Don't do that. It's probably in your mind, and the attention stays there, and they stay at it, and they stay at it, and they stay at it. So think how much better you would be if your parents were saying, go faster, ask more people, fail more often. We want to challenge you to go faster. We want to challenge you to write this page in less minutes, do this exercise faster. Would it be nice to have had that kind of training? Would it be nice to reprogram yourself to speed is good, risk is good? And having setbacks and small failures is a way you can learn, is a way that leaders do it, is a way that leaders decide fast. It's not like leaders and executives and mentors have a magic ball and they see the answers all the time. They just take more risks. We don't tell you everything that happens. We don't tell you all the chances that we put money on and we lost it. I don't tell you the Bitcoins I lost. I don't tell you the businesses I started and didn't work. If you ask, you might hear, you might know, but you don't get to. You have to get there by these mistakes. You have to get to that next level by overcoming these obstacles. So falling is an important part of learning. Write that one down. Falling is an important part of learning. Many of the greatest lessons you will receive in life is by going through these obstacles, going through these failings, these small failures. It will never make you a failure if you don't quit. You ever heard that? You're only a failure if you quit. And if you have a mission, if you have a goal, if you have an objective, and you really want to get this thing done, you really want to get that, you just don't quit. So that means you didn't fail. Just because this business did not work, just because this social media did not work, just because that deal did not work, another one is going to work. The majority of the population, and I say majority because more than 90%, have been programmed to play it safe. Play it safe, baby. Play it safe. Well, you know what? When you put your money in a safe bond, you get like 2%, maybe you get 1%, maybe now you get nothing because money is so cheap nowadays. If you have your money in the cheapest commodities, you're not getting anything back. Whereas if your money is in some kind of stock, you're getting 15, 20, 30, 40%. Where would you rather be? The majority have been programmed to play it safe. It's your subconscious control of yourself. It's your programming. It's your habit. When you were a baby, you are a natural born risk taker. As a baby, you are a natural risk taker. Like when you were a baby, you started walking, right? You started taking the first step, second step, third step. You didn't stop. How many times did you fall? You probably don't remember, but you probably have kids around you. I'm writing here something quickly so that the folks on YouTube and the folks on LinkedIn can see the website. So when you were a baby, how many risks did you take? I bet you a lot. You kept getting up. Your parents did not tell you, oh, honey, stop trying to walk. No, you get back up and going. Falling is acknowledged as a national consequence of growing up, as a national consequence of you getting to walk. It's a prerequisite, but somehow we forget it. Somehow we forget that taking action and having mishaps and having failures are not allowed, but it's part of the game. You think launching a rocket to the moon happened correctly the first time? It hasn't. How many times they try and they don't do it? They try and they don't do it. But eventually they'll get it right. Eventually it works. Eventually it works. You gotta have persistence. You gotta have tenacity. You gotta have something inside of you that say, I'm gonna do this no matter what. I'm gonna decide to succeed. I'm gonna decide that I will stay the course until I've figured it out. I think Jim Rohn said it best. I will read that book until, you probably remember that statement. Maybe Elliot does. I will read this book until, I will do the presentation until. And that's what you got to do. You got to get that drive inside of you. But how do you get that drive inside of you? How can you get so much emotion built inside of you to have the energy? See, it doesn't happen by yourself. You need training. You need coaching. You need mentorship. You need a system to help you get there. Well, we have that system. That's what I do with Bob. That's how I'm becoming more aware. That's how I'm becoming more aware to get to that next level. See, right now, I want to go to the $10 million level. I can't do it by myself. I probably can. I shouldn't say I can't. I can, but it's going to take me 10, 20, 30 years. But why should I wait 20, 30 years? It'd be too late by then. I wouldn't want it by then. I want to help more people now. So I get a mentor. I get a coach because they've done it. They know how. They're going to share the shortcuts and bang, you'll fly to the moon. So I'm asking you, how fast do you want to grow? How fast do you want to become? What process are you using right now to grow your skills so you can take more risks? If you think you're going to get there without any risking money, time, and anything, nothing is going to happen. It's not going to happen. You see, the process of reaching that goal, that next goal, are like taking baby steps. You take the first step, you take the second step, boom, you fall. Then you get back up, and then you do better. If I tell you, after every meeting I have, after every project, we do a list. What was good? Where can we improve? We don't say where we failed. What went good and where can we improve? There's going to be tumbling. There's going to be falling. But you are too scared to take the action. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to change your mind? How are you going to change your awareness so you can become a risk taker? You are a risk taker. You used to be. But right now, you're not. Or if you are, you haven't shared it with me. I know Elliot is in the business. Trudy is. The rest of you have not shared. You could be. And I'd love to hear from you. See, the real win is in the confidence that the experience is going to be amazing. That's the win, right? You're going to acquire some new skills. You're going to acquire some new habits. You're going to get these new opportunities of growth that you're going to grow. See, goals are not for us to get. They're for us to grow. What are you becoming? And for you to start becoming a risk taker and taking action, you're going to have to remove this 4-letter word out of the vocabulary. And this 4-letter word is I can't. Can't. C-A-N-T or C-A-N''T. What if we can change and stop saying I can't? Stop telling yourself I can't do this. Say I can do this. Even if you can't, just borrow the belief. Tell yourself I can do this. I can do this. Now you can't at the moment, but you got to tell yourself I can do it. You got to tell yourself I can do it. Even though it looks like you can't, it looks like you need a gazillion kind of help. You need the loan from the bank. You need the investors to approve things. You need your credit score to change because you've messed up before and you bought something online in the middle of the night that you're not supposed to and you haven't paid the bill. So what? Just tell yourself I can. Just change. And if you can't do it by yourself, I'm here to help you. This I can't thing has to stop. The vocabulary has to get away from you. How many times your parents, your upbringing got you there? They didn't know any better. If they knew, they would not have told you that. The 4-letter word can't has done so much damage to so many kids, to so many of us. It's unbelievable. Well, I'm changing it. Now I use I can. You just got to stop yourself. Every time you tell yourself I can't, or you hear your kids say, nope, you can't do it. You can do it. You gotta go there. Taking risk is essential when you want to reach a goal. Every one of you has a goal. I hope you do. If you don't, we got to chat. Let's get on a call and see what your goal is. reach out. The link is there. Send me a message, say, hey, Kamal, I'm excited about what you're talking about. I really want to up my game. I want to up level. My life is shit and I'm not doing what I'm doing. I need more money. I need more money by Christmas. My business is falling apart. I'm so frustrated. I don't know what I'm doing. We can help you. You want to make more money online? Reach out. You want to learn how to sell products online? Reach out. In the group that we have, there's so many talents. There's real estate people. There's fund managers. There's Mary Kay professionals, so many different things. But you have to step out and stop saying, I can't. You got to tell yourself, I can. I can make that $100,000. I can make that $1 million. But you're too scared. You're looking left and you're looking right. And you're probably going to ask your mommy or daddy or your brother or sister about something they don't know anything about. It comes back to decisions. It comes back to your belief in yourself. Because you've been programmed to believe that it's going to be difficult, to believe that it's going to be hard. You've been programmed that everybody out there is a cheater and everybody out there is nasty and everybody's trying to get you. Well, there's a lot of bad people out there. So you have to do your due diligence. You have to be smart. But you got to start taking risks. Taking risks is essential when you want to reach a goal. We just bought this house here in Cincinnati. It was a risk. The house is 120 years old. But that was the only way I'm going to make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. That's it. I could have bought $1 million home right up front with no risk, but there's no money there. I want to generate the income because I can, so I take a risk. So what risk are you willing to do today? See, the only alternative for the 4-letter word I can't is I can. You got to say I can. It's far more important than your intelligence, far more important than the books that you're going to read. You got to tell yourself I can. I can do it. And you got to be willing. You're not taking action and you're procrastinating on your goals because you're not willing. You are wishing and hoping it's just going to show up. You're thinking of something. You're hoping you're going to show up to your job and the money is just going to start rolling in. You're going to have a lot more drive. I know this might be difficult to some of you. This might sound like a hard thing to hear on your ears. I'm not here to just be your friend. I'm here to be your mentor and coach. You got to have that difficult conversation with yourself, baby. Are you willing? You got to challenge yourself. You got to bring more of yourself to the surface. You have amazing powers within you. You got to borrow that belief. If you don't believe that you're powerful, believe me, you are. You're more capable than me. Most of you speak better English than me. Most of you write better than me. Most of you have written books, but you're not taking the action you need to get to that next level. Challenge yourself. Bring yourself to the surface. Start showing the world the talent that you have. If you dream of living your life in a really big way, you must accept taking risks. Otherwise, it's only a wish and a hope. In today's class with Bob, it was all about that. Are you wishing or hoping? Or do you want to make it real? Make a decision right now to change. Make a decision to change for the better. Decide this very moment that you're going to be no more playing around. There's going to be no more wasting time. There's going to be no more watching series after series after series. Unless it's fun and comedy and you control your time 15, 20 minutes a day, it's fine. But you got to be serious. You got to step it up. Time is precious. There's no next year. There's now. We don't have next year. We only have now. You see, people get caught up in the habit of saving for a rainy day. Why are you saving for a rainy day? Today is the day. Today is the day to say, I want to get mentored by Kamal. I want to get mentored by Elliot. I want to get mentored by Trudy. I want to know what businesses they're in. I want to move my business to that next level. I'm going to invest so much more in my business to make it grow. I'm going to invest in that business fund. You got to stop waiting. What do you want to be safe until you're 65 or 80? Then you need nothing by then. You just need to be up by a tree somewhere or on a beach. Now is your time. There are a number of people that will just limit themselves and they refuse to take risks. They're like, no, I'm not taking any risk. That's not fun. You'll never get a chance to grow. You'll never get a chance to grow. If you want to go to second base, you have to leave first base. You got to take the action. Take that first step. If you're on first base and you're going to second, you're not going to get to second if you don't take the risk. Start betting on yourself. That's the last thing I want to mention today. What time is it? 12:55. Start betting on yourself. You have to take that responsibility and bet on yourself that you have amazing powers. You don't want to be living in the shadows. I'm here to empower you, to enable you to take action like you've never seen, like you've done. That's the key. Start betting on yourself. You have amazing powers inside of you. You can make big things happen very, very quick. So if there's anything worth remembering from all this talk today, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I know it's getting noisy. So we're gonna cut it short today. In 5 minutes, we gotta close down. But what's your thought on risk taking, Elliot?
So this way you can do something. Okay? So if you can't, you're missing something in the word, but think of it as an opportunity to find out what you have to do to be able to do what you want to accomplish. So this way you say, I can. But that's a different way of looking at it, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you agree with that, but that's my 2 cents on it.
I definitely agree on it. You tell yourself I can enough times, and it's gonna become real. That's the magic to it. You gotta tell yourself you can do it.
Oh, absolutely. It's so true. What happens is, it's the word not is a hard word, okay? And it just hammers in the thought that you're not able to do something. I never thought
Bye bye.
I could
Have a
never
good
do
day.
something.
Take
I never
risks
said I
and
can't
love
do it, or I
yourself a lot more
can't.
and tell yourself I can do it.